The Realme X is giving its consumers some new features like a bezel-less Samsung AMOLED display with no notch, which is possible due to the pop-up camera, a sapphire glass selfie camera like the Redmi K20 series, an in-display fingerprint scanner, and 20 watts flash charging, among other things, all at a reasonable price of 17K for the 4 plus 128GB base variant. But has Realme cut corners again, especially in inferior glass protection, in which it has constantly failed until now? We'll soon find out. The free supplied case in the box looks to be strong as ever, but this time they have provided a semi-hard case instead of the usual soft ones. It weighs in slightly on the heavier side at 191 grams, even though it's plastic, and shares the exact same weight as the glass and metal built Redmi K20 and K20 Pro. The build quality also seems to be strong in my usual trial bend. Before moving on to the drop test, a quick word for those trying to make a purchase decision on the Realme X regarding the performance of the Snapdragon 710 processor in combination with the Adreno 640 GPU. As you can see, I did not find any issues of lag or stutter during normal usage or during heavy graphic intensive gaming sessions like in PUBG or Asphalt 9. Removing this pre-applied plastic screen protector present in all Realme devices, which is used to hide poor quality scratch-prone glass. Will the Realme X also have the same quality glass protection? We'll find out later in the video. In the drop test, let's drop the Realme X onto hard concrete floor with the company supplied hard case and an ordinary tempered glass. After 6 pocket height drops, the Realme X seems to be holding up pretty good with some permanent scratches on the hard case. Now for the 7th drop, this time from 6 feet head height. Unlike the drop test disaster of the Redmi K20 Pro, which had failed because of poor quality company hard case, the Realme X on the other hand does an excellent job of handling all the drop abuse and suffers no internal damage or to the pop-up selfie camera. Moving on with the sound test to check the audio quality and loudness of the bottom firing external speakers. The loudness is in fact a notch or two lower than the Realme 3 Pro, but the sound quality is as good as other Realme devices in terms of forward mid-range frequency for vocals and high notes. When forcefully obstructed, the pop-up camera can get stuck in this weird half-open position, but it does get solved simply by pressing the selfie option. In this crash test, Let's find out the quality of this tempered glass protection you're paying for by rubbing it with common atoms and a heavy duty box cutter. Those who have been following the channel may know that poor quality glass found on some Oppo and Vivo devices and every Realme device until now are not able to handle the blade abuse and end up with ugly scratch marks. Higher quality genuine Corning glasses on the other hand are easily able to survive the blade with few minor marks at the most. Will the Realme X be the first Realme device to survive my scratch test or fail like the rest? This is kind of good news for Realme owners, since the Realme X has at last been provided with genuine Corning glass and passes my scratch test with ease. This is the first time a Realme device has survived the test and not suffered any ugly scratch marks from the blade. Now moving on to fun stuff with value, the bend test. Does the Realme X have any structural weakness that you should be aware of? And will it fail near the power key like the Oppo F11 Pro, which also has a pop-up camera? The Realme X fortunately is a strongly built phone with good design language and quality materials. It passes my bend test quite convincingly with minimal flex unlike the F11 Pro, without suffering any internal damage like the Galaxy A series devices, or physical damage like screen separation from the midframe or kinks and breaks near the power key.